Okay, I am going to explain what's on your screen here in just a minute, but before I do that, in case you don't know him, the vision for what I'm about to show you was conceived by Dr. Dan Klauer, who's in South Bend, Indiana, just outside of Notre Dame College. Dan, for those of you who don't know him, very visionary guy, exceptional clinician, extremely talented entrepreneur, great marketer, and executes on a very high level. He, like most of you, has wrestled with the problem of long consults with airway patients, whether that be kids and mothers with tongue ties, palate expansion stuff, mouth breathing, phase 1, phase 2 orthodontics, pain, sleep, TMJ, you name it. Those consults tend to run longer because patients need more information. And as clinicians, what you've told me is that you tend to repeat some of the same basic information over and over again, which can burn you out, frustrate your team when they're trying to get the schedule going, trying to get the schedule efficient, and have the patients not feel completely individually cared for because so much general information is talked about during those consults. Now, we can't solve that problem 100%, but in marketing and communications, we can make it a little bit better. And what Dan did is he came up with a 3-page microsite inside of his website, which we can also do for you, which helps to solve this problem. I love this solution because it really focuses on the thought leadership of the doctor transmitting the important information to the patient or the parent before they get into the consult, and the patient and or the parent navigating their way through a system of questions so that they can pre-qualify and be treated in the consult specifically for their condition or their child's condition, which in most cases will make the consult more specific to the patient or to the parent, whichever may apply there, and the consults can get a little bit shorter. So what Dan did is he created a postcard with a QR code on it, gives the postcard to referral sources, his team at the front desk, and has a stack himself. And when a parent or a patient is eligible for, or seems like they might be a good fit for some of the things that he does at his clinic, which in this case are TMJ pain treatments and snoring and sleep apnea treatments, they get the QR code. When they hit the QR code with the phone, this is what comes up. I'm showing this on my laptop. I'll send you the link as well so that you can take a look at it. This is Dr. Aaron Light, who's the TMJ pain and sleep doc at one of Dan's clinics. The first thing that happens when they hit the QR code is a video of Dr. Light comes up. Dr. Light explains why they got the card.
So you got this card and you probably got it from your dentist. You may have got it from your primary care. You may have got it from your sleep physician. You may have got it from your ENT. You may have got it from a friend. This is them telling you that, hey, I care about you. I'm not really sure what to do with this, but I want to send you to somebody that can help you. So this is your first chance to come in and kind of figure out why in the world are some of these issues happening to me, and how in the world can a dentist like myself help you get better. And that's where we come in. You know, we're trying to help these patients with their chronic pain issues. We're trying to help these patients with these chronic sleep issues. We're trying to help these little kids not get any of those issues or treat them when they're young so they don't have those issues as adults. We just want to take the opportunity to get to know you as a patient, get to know your story, and explain to you how we can help you get where you want to go.
So that's the initial experience that the prospective patient has when they get to this microsite inside of the website. If they want to scroll down a little bit, they can have Dr. Light walk them through a couple more steps, or they can pick one of 3 options here. I'm here for TMJ pain, snoring and sleep apnea, or I'm not sure. Before I click on these buttons and show you the functionality that's behind this sort of mini homepage, what I want you to think about is what are the 3 or 4 topics that you're talking about the most, where short story style clips, that doesn't have to be expensive professional video production. It's just you answering the most frequently asked questions you get and then organizing them so that a patient can be given this part of your website and they can go through and learn everything they need to know about their condition and specific treatments in a general way before they get to the consult and you treat them specifically. So you may do a lot of tongue ties and tongue tie releases, myofunctional therapy. You may talk a little about mouth breathing and how you treat mouth breathing in various stages of life with palate expansion, facial growth guidance, orthodontics, whatever the case may be. So you pick 3 or 4 different areas that you're talking about repeatedly, put those on this first page here. Let's say that the patient who was given this QR code and just watched that video had TMJ pain, they would click that button. Sorry, we're loading a little slow here because of the screen share. Bobby would be killing me if you knew that. This takes us to a TMJ page, and now you've got 3 options. Why was I sent here? Diagnosis, how do I know if I really have a problem? And treatments, what can I expect if I choose treatment? Each one of these expands, and there are a bunch of questions that Dr. Light answers under each one of these, and we'll just pick one here. That graphic, in case you can't see it, says I've been to multiple doctors without getting answers.
I would say one of the more common patients that comes in to see me is somebody that has been to numerous places, and usually they're like, you know, I'm hoping. That's what they're looking for. I'm looking for hope because I have tried so many things. Other physicians, other dentists, everybody has some knowledge, but very few people can put all of it together. And I can't even say that I can always put it all together, but I am willing to work with you every step of the way. So when we do something like what we do for you, we're gonna understand your story. We're gonna understand what physicians you've seen, what dentists you've seen, what procedures you've had done, and bring it all together to figure out, okay, this is what we've tried. This is what we thought the diagnosis was. Okay, well, what is it really? And how do we get you actually feeling better?
So this is pretty intuitive. You can see how it works, but underneath each one of the main categories, so if we went down to snoring and sleep apnea here, and Dr. Light's case, he would have 3 sections. Why was I sent here? Where he answers a whole bunch of questions. And again, these are simple, portrait style, 60 to 90 second answers to the most common questions he's asked. We use graphics to highlight the questions. For diagnosis, we can expand here and see the same thing. And for treatments, what we can expect, we see the same thing. So it's a great way to give patients the agency to qualify themselves and educate themselves before they get into the treatment consult with the doc. Now, this, as it's embedded into your website, it also helps website traffic and SEO because it's very video intensive and many of the keywords are laid into the questions. It can also be optimized with a YouTube channel. I don't want this video to go on too long, but if you're getting this from me, it's because I think this would be a great idea for you. It's the way we did it for Dr. Klauer, he hired a local video crew. I helped him prep all of the questions for himself. Dr. Light and another doctor that he worked with, they knocked out all of these videos. You can see they're just one takers, beginning and end, simple questions, no big performance, no big testimonials. Then we did the website design and we laid the videos in, did the functionality, and laid this into his website. So it was very simple. It's not super expensive. If it's something that you're interested in, please text me back and let me know. We'll set up a call and I'll walk you through it. I'm sharing this with everybody that I know in the airway space who's a clinician because it's a problem that you all have been talking about for years and years. And I think Dr. Klauer came up with a fantastic mechanism for addressing some of the concerns around long consults for both clinicians and teams and empowering patients with knowledge so they can make better choices about their care and embrace treatment if that's appropriate or not book the consult if it's not appropriate. So I hope that's helpful to you. Please shoot me a text if you're interested. I can tell you more.